A high-stakes corruption saga spanning 16 years reaches its climax in India's Supreme Court. In a landmark May 2025 judgment, the Supreme Court ruled that even a private citizen can be convicted for abetting a public servant's corruption. Let's rewind. Shanti's husband was a divisional manager at United India Insurance Company Limited. Between 2002 and 2009, he allegedly demanded bribes and amassed wealth far beyond his known income. In 2009, anti-corruption officers raided their premises, and what did they find? Properties and investments in Shanti's name. It appeared the husband hid disproportionate assets under his wife's identity. The charges were serious. Shanti was accused under Section 109 of the Indian Penal Code. That's abetment, essentially helping in a crime, and Section 13(1)(e) of the Prevention of Corruption Act, 1988, for possessing assets disproportionate to a public servant's known income. Fast forward to the courtroom. Shanti's trial took place in a special CBI court, and the evidence stacked against her. The trial court convicted her of abetting her husband's corruption. She didn't give up. She appealed to the Madras High Court. But in January 2018, after years of proceedings, the High Court upheld her conviction. Both lower courts agreed. Shanti was guilty of being her husband's partner in crime. Each verdict tightened the noose, and Shanti's last hope was the Supreme Court of India. By April 2025, the saga reached its climax in Supreme Court Courtroom No. 12. A bench of Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia and Justice K. Vinod Chandran heard final arguments. All eyes were on the verdict. On May 13, 2025, the Supreme Court delivered its judgment, a moment of truth for Shanti. The Supreme Court's ruling was crystal clear. Their big message: no one is above the law, not even a spouse. The court reaffirmed that a non-public servant can be convicted for abetting a public servant's crime under the Prevention of Corruption Act. The court even cited an earlier precedent, P. Nalamal v. State, 1999, which had imagined scenarios of outsiders aiding corruption. One illustration stood out. If a corrupt officer asks a friend to keep his bribe money and the friend agrees, that friend is guilty of abetment. That hypothetical is basically this case. And then came the final hammer of justice. The Supreme Court dismissed Shanti's appeal, sealing her fate. In its final order, the court upheld her conviction under IPC 109 and PC Act 13(1)(e), meaning her jail sentence and penalties will stand. In the end, a 16-year saga ends with a clear lesson. Crime may begin in the shadows, but justice will shine a light no matter who you are. Shanti Pugajanthi learned this the hard way, as India's highest court stood firm against corruption. What do you think of this verdict? Was it fair to punish the spouse? Tell us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.